is saying, cry. Cry a lot. If you cannot cry, make yourself to cry. Make yourself to cry. The believer is going to think, okay, I'm not crying for this. What do I cry for? I cry for this. When I lose this, I cry. My heart is wrenching. When I watch this, it touches on my emotions. When I think about this, it will affect me. Today's mankind, their hearts have become so tough that they don't cry for nothing. In the old days, we don't cry for stupid things and movies and books. Okay? They cry for Allah. When they think about Allah, they think about the Prophet ﷺ, and they think about fighting oppression and cruelty. They cry. In their strength, they cry. In their anger, they cry. When they feel the spirit of the Sahabe-i-Kiram and those who stand up against the kufr, they cry. You understand? It's not a crying of weakness. It is a crying because that is one way that the ashk is coming out from. So you make yourself to cry. And why? One thing that Shaykh Efendi had said so many times, Prophet ﷺ is saying, don't laugh too much. Because it hardens the heart. Don't laugh too much. Because it makes your heart to become really hard. You understand? Today everything is about entertainment, right? And the easiest form of entertainment is not even about something interesting, something curious, something knowledgeable. It's all about the cheapest thing possible to laugh, correct or no? It's accessible. And everybody wants that to laugh more and more and more. So their hearts have become very hard. So even when they see something that is supposed to touch you, it doesn't, because their heart has become like that, because it only responds to laughter. People either laugh or they become angry. Then where is that? The tears of regret. For yourself, you cannot do it. For others, you cannot do it. Why not? If something is wrong, make yourself, fix yourself for that. If you say, well, I don't cry ever for anything, then you have to worry. Then make yourself to cry. If anything, go to Sajda and say, Ya Rabbi, I can't even cry. All your prophets cried. All your beloved ones cried. I can't even cry. Shame on me, shame on me, shame. That shame will produce something. You understand? It's not even the regret of the wrong things that you have done, the regret that you cannot even have regret. The shame. And that, a believer must have shame. Because that shame, that modesty, is part of your faith. It comes with faith. So, we need to come together. Yeah, Ashik. You're talking about the whole world coming together. Coming together for what? If you come together to fight against injustice, is good. If you're coming together just to clap hands, for what? How stupid is that? If you're coming together to say that something is wrong, all this is not even, you cannot even blame God, Allah, because we make it ourselves. We bring it down on ourselves. We're not coming together for that. Again, you lost the point. We all lost the point. Okay, unbelievers. What are the believers coming together? Are they coming together? Or are they saying, be apart? Okay, you can close the masjids, you can close the jamis, you can close the holy places. But Allah has given us the technology. Why we're not bringing that technology to say, now for this, instead of having this Jummah, everyone is going to listen to this. Okay, you cannot pray Jummah, right? Everyone praying at home, correct? Why can't someone just deliver a waz? Or give a khutbah? Or call it just some words in place of the Jummah. Everyone pray at home. So you can do it at home too. Someone can just say, you just turn it on and everybody to watch, at least to gain something. Praying at home doesn't mean that now you cannot pray. You cannot all pray together. You cannot make du'as and we're not together. If the kafirs can go out on balconies and clap, Why can't the Muslims go out and give salawat, yes? Or say astaghfirullah? We don't even need that, we have the technology. But the ego makes the people who are running after dunya and their nafs to become very stupid. They don't get the simplest things in front of them. I'm just seeing, I'm looking around, I'm checking. I have to check. I would like to do it, but I have to check to see what is going on. I have to check their pulse. Different people, different organizations, different scholars, different sheikhs, different imams. And I'm thinking, oh, this one is saying, everyone take this dua and read. And I say, what is this dua that they're asking for? So many of them miss the point too. Because the dua is not asking for Allah's forgiveness. Oh, no, we put astaghfirullah 100 times before. That's not the same. It's just by the way. You want to take the words of Allah but you're not asking. If you ask for forgiveness, then you must know why you need to be forgiven. This is the key too. Having the hot tears and all of that is knowing that you've done something wrong. But like what the khutbah is saying, if you don't know, if you don't believe you've done something wrong. For 100 years, how many Muslims believe that we've fallen backwards? How many Muslims believe we've committed a grave crime against Allah and His Prophet? How many? Very few. A handful, if we can find that. Especially in the last 5-10 years. Actually, in the last 8 years. You see how crazy the world has gone. Huh? That has become the new normal, right? The craziness of the world that we're saying, it wasn't this crazy in the time of Shaykh Efendi. And it's as if now just one awliya is saying, stop. One awliya putting his foot down and say, stop. We need to take to see what is there for us. Stop. And these things, these punishments, they don't come without a warning, without any signs. Didn't I say last year, I was so upset for Ramadan, for the holy months, that murids, they are not being intelligent enough, they're not being passionate enough. And I said, I'm going to close this whole dergah. You're going to stay in your homes. You're not even going to come to have iftar. You're not going to come to pray tarawih. Didn't I say that? And I said that in a special way that I've never said before. I'm not saying it. Shaykh Efendi is making me to say it. I'm not causing this to happen. Shaykh Efendi is making this to happen. Now we must take what is for us. Don't look so much over here, over there. What is for us? Because we take everything for granted too. We're supposed to come here to have at least an understanding of the life of a believer. Let's not use the word dervish. Let's use the word believer. To say whatever that is occupying us, it has to be with the remembrance of Allah. It has to be occupying us so that even when we're out in the marketplace, we're remembering Allah. Even if we're running, remembering Allah. Even if we're standing, remembering Allah. Even if they're lying down, remember Allah. Allah is saying this, no? We're not coming here to jump up and down to do everything. No. We say we're coming here to remember Allah, and then we are being caught up by all these things. We need to come back. So Muslims need to get together, but they lost the boat. They're not coming together. They didn't come together for 8 years, 100 years. You think they're going to come together? It used to be. They used to come together. It used to be the whole Islamic empire shut down. At least once a week. Once a week, everything shuts down for zikr, Thursday night. Shut down. No dunya. You're going to worship this holy state, not like today, state mandated. But similar. You don't have to because people believed. Lockdown, Thursday nights, no? In your jamis, in your dergahs, in your masjids, in your homes. People accept it because they see the results of it. Because it is what the Prophet is saying. Jummah, shut down. No activity. No dunya, shut down. And shut down for what? Clap hands? Making bread? Shut down, remember Ya Allah. At least every week. holy nights, holy days. Oh, people were running then to that because it pulls ourselves, it combines everything together, it brings us together. So we lost that. People don't even remember. So even now, which it is better than maybe 10, 20 years ago, people are more doing Mawlid, they're doing more of the Ahli Sunnat practices. But practices they're doing, that the belief is missing. Practice, they say we're Ahli Sunnat, but they don't believe, they don't hold highly and strongly. For example, intercession of the Prophet ﷺ, intercession of the awliya Allah. They don't. When you see openly people who take this as a normal, as a part of their tradition, as the backbone of Islam, is Turkey. Everywhere else in Muslim countries, it's like a dirty secret. Oh, you're the weird ones. Oh, it's not really that good. They kind of, you understand? Name any Muslim country that you go, you can go to a grave of a holy one and you open your hands and people are not going to look at you strange. Or if your picture is there on social media, people are going to say, this is they're making a shirk. But it's so common, there's something that the whole world has not discovered too. That people now with that level of connection to the wasila, the mercy reaches. Now even if people are not practicing properly, they don't know too much, they commit so many wrong things, but because of their wasila, their connection to that friend of Allah, they open their hands and they ask. Knowing that it's coming from Allah. Faith reaches to them, safety reaches to them. How many times we've seen in Turkey, we see even people who are coming dressed differently and this and that, and they have respect. At the very least, they say, so many people have said this holy one, he answers prayers. What if I just ask? Today is Wednesday, today is Wednesday, today is Wednesday. What if I just ask? If I don't ask, if I ask, what's the worst that can happen? He doesn't answer. If I don't ask and he's giving, what is the worst that can happen? I get more hunch, right? More sin, more stubbornness that is piling down on top of me. And this is happening to a majority of the Muslims because more stubbornness, more arrogance coming to them because they're not going to the friends of Allah. They're saying no. Like what I said before, they can, why? I can cut a ticket and go to Kaaba. I'm very special. I can even have hook up and enter into the tomb of the Prophet. Oh, I'm very special, you know. You understand? So more arrogance with that, more stubbornness. More you are putting let's say, a shield to stop yourselves from feeling the rahmat of Allah. Like I said also, this world has seen so many pandemics, so many plagues. There were so many times in Muslim history. In the time of early history also, tens of thousands of people would die. They'd be on the streets. You understand? 70,000 in one day, they would just die. Muslims, believers. But they never, their faith was never shaken. And they know this is definitely a punishment from Allah. We have to ask Allah. Yes, they take precautions. Whatever they're doing today is from Islam anyway. We did that 1400 years ago. Social distancing, washing your hands. Like I said, it took them 1,400 years to learn how to wash your hands. Maybe it's going to take you another 1,000 years to know how to wash your feet. We know all of that also. But we know that cure and the disease, it is coming from Allah. The disease is Allah's servant as well. It obeys only Allah's orders. And we look for that. We look for the cure through the owner of this. But Muslims have lost their faith. Now, of course, we have for so long, for 100 years, we're going to unbelievers to solve our problems. We're going begging to unbelievers. But Allah openly is saying in that ayat, if they only come to you to ask you, to pray for Allah to forgive them, Allah will Allah will forgive them. Allah forgive us. May we wake up, inshallah, and not let this to slide. Whole world is happy, except for man. Whole world is happy, except for man. This is not even destruction that is coming, that Allah is going to punish man and the whole world also. These are still good times. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'll see you next time. What happened? You dropped the tea, huh?